Hello everyone and welcome back to Bear Cottage Kitchen. Today we're going to do something just as easy as scones. We're going to make some really delicious chopped chip cherry biscuits. So let's get cooking. First, what we need is 125 grams of butter. Soften it up. If you don't have butter, margarine's fine. It has to be soft, otherwise you're going to have to need some extra muscles. So I'm going to put that in a bowl. We've got a half a cup of white sugar, caster sugar. Put that in as well. And what we have to do now is what they say is cream it. Now when you cream it, it's basically stirring it quickly until the sugar dissolves into the butter so it's nice and smooth. So I'll grab myself a spoon. Unfortunately it's by hand. You can do it by machine, but I want this to be all made by hand. So what I'm doing is squashing it down. That's what I mean. It's got to be soft so you can squash it easy. So it all mixes in together. If you've got clean hands, by all means, get in with your hands and squash it all up. So as you can see, I'm just incorporating the sugar and the butter. I'll do this. Good for your muscles. And when they say cream, it sort of goes a creamy colour, although this hasn't. This is still nice and yellow. But I'm not going to go to that stage. I don't think you really have to for this sort of biscuit. So all the sugar's just about dissolved. Next, what we're going to do is add an egg into the mix. Just to make sure you don't get any shell in there. And stir it up again, give it a good mix. Really going to work your arm muscles out. If you wish at this stage, which I'm going to do now, you can use a whisk. I've got my handy little whisk there. Just makes the job a bit quicker. As you can see, make sure it's really well combined. All right, now that's done. Next, we have 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. I've got a tablespoon of cocoa. I'll mix that in there. And I give it a good pinch of salt. Chocolate and salt go really well together. So I'll get my sifter and we'll sift that into another bowl. My handy sifter. Spoon, pop it all in there. Just incorporates it all and gets any lumps out. That's that. Before I mix this into there, what I'm going to do is put about 1/4 cup of little choc chips in there. Now you can get, if you've got a chocolate at home, chop it up into little bits, smash it up into little bits. I'm going to put that in first. Then I've got some glacé cherries. Now if you don't like cherries, don't put them in, simple. But I'm going to give these a little chop up. Just chop them up. Be very careful of your fingers. Okay, I'm going to put that in as well. So I've got the sugar, the butter, the egg, chopped chips and the cherries. Give that a bit of a mix around like that. Now I don't need the whisk anymore. What we do is incorporate the flour into this mixture here, just a bit at a time. It's going to get pretty stiff because it's not a cake, it's a biscuit mixture. Now, if you like, you can get your hands involved. Make sure you wash them first. I washed mine earlier. And just squashing it all together. There you go, nice and fun, look at that. Make sure you just mix all of those ingredients together. See how I mean it's nice and stiff. Wipe the flour off the sides. And there we have it. Nice, yummy, big brown ball of dough. Push everything off to the side. I get my tray. Actually, I'll make it easier is I'll divide this into 3 parts. Get my knife, 1, 2, 3. See the cherry and the choc chips all through it. And I'll just make it into a little sausage like that. About 3 centimetres in diameter. Same with this. Just very quickly. Doesn't have to be perfect. Same with this. Okay, wash my hands again. And with these, I'll get my tray ready first. I'll put some baking paper down. Now, before you do this, you'll have to heat your oven to about 180 degrees on a fan forced. On a normal oven, probably about 200 degrees. So that gets up to heat before you get to this stage. So then we cut about 1-2 centimetre thick slices. Don't cut your fingers though. Then we've got them all, and what we do is we grab one, roll it into a ball, put it on your paper. Next one, on your paper. This is a big biscuit. Next one, there we go. They can be whatever size you really want them to be. So I'll just continue doing this. Save that one for later. Okay, I've rolled them all out. We've got 6, 12, there's 15 biscuits there. Next is we get a fork. It's best to wet it. Bit of water, like that, and we squash it down just a little bit on the top of the biscuit, just a little bit. There we are. We put these into the oven for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll pop them in now and we'll come back when they're done. Welcome back. The biscuits are just about ready. The oven alarm will go off any second now, I hope, and we'll get it out. And we'll have to cool them down before anyone can try them. You don't want to eat them hot. So as soon as they're ready, we'll put them on this tray, on this area, and let them cool down. And that's the oven, so they're ready. Let's get them. All right, and there we have them. I forgot to mention earlier, when you do put them on the tray, make sure you space them apart. Because you're using self-raising flour, they will expand a little. So there they are there, don't touch them, they're still hot. What I'm going to use is a spatula. I'll get them off there, put them onto a cooling tray. There we go, we'll just let them cool down a minute and then we'll go and see if someone's willing to try them out for us. Come back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. I've got them off the cooling rack onto the plate. We'll just break one open, just to let's see what it's like inside. Look at those lovely bits of cherry, those chopped chips. That's beautiful, that's just what we want. Now we're going to give them to some people to try. We'll give them just a bit of a sprinkle, bit of snow, bit of icing sugar, make them look worthy, and we'll give them away. There you go. Okay, so there you have it. Lovely things to make, very simple, very easy. Next step up from scones, get in the kitchen and get cooking.